Hello, my Nagune Hakuseng. I'm the Nagune Sanseng. We're back today to talk about the word need. A few episodes ago, we did casually mention need when we were discussing how to rephrase the word you. But today, we're going to talk about need specifically because I think it's very important to learn how to be persuasive. And need is a super powerful tool for helping you get what you want. So hang it right in there and the battle will begin. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're talking about the persuasive value of the word need. Now, there are a few different ideas here. Originally, this concept came from a study. The original study was done in like 1978, and about 10 years ago, there was kind of an updated version of the study that has gained a lot of attention. I think it was in kind of like a management science magazine, but super cool idea. Basically, they were trying to identify which words are the most persuasive for English language listeners. And they found out that need is very persuasive. Now, imagine that we're in a line and for some reason we need to go quickly. Generally, if we are super polite, like, may I go ahead of you, or may I please go ahead of you, could I go ahead of you? Generally, Westerners, especially Americans, will say no. Get back to the back of the line, we're not interested. However, they found out that when we use the word need, it totally changed things. It was like a 94% success rate, that when we say like, I need to go ahead of you, people just automatically shifted their thinking. My guess, my own personal guess, is that it has to do with the autonomic nervous response, the kind of fight, flight, or nowadays freeze response. And when we hear that word need, our brains just panic and like, oh, okay, cool. And then afterward, like, why did we let this person cut us? But it doesn't matter because we can't change our mind at that point, right? So there are some really cool applications for leadership. For example, and this was kind of mentioned briefly, but like, you need to finish the paperwork by tomorrow. But if we just shift this over, we need the paperwork by tomorrow. That creates that kind of exigency, that emergency in a way, that really puts the pressure on the listener to finish as quickly as possible. If you say you need to finish by tomorrow, my brain starts thinking of reasons why I don't have to finish by tomorrow. We're very contradictory, and maybe that's just me, but I know others are too. And notice that we use we. We can be super powerful too because it presents that unified front that's a little bit stronger than I or you. Probably the most powerful expression is us. And that's something that you can take away from this lesson as well. One thing I do want to point out, this has been very common among my Korean students, but I've seen it among Europeans and some other groups that I've taught in the past. There's a tendency to cleave to this should. And we're going to go over that in a deeper lesson later on. But you'll notice I put my classic red X right through this. You should come early rather than you need to come early or I need you to come early. Should can be super rude when we use it to give orders. And I'll teach you more about that in another lesson. But for the time being, really be careful with that. Try to use need more. Please don't go too evil with it. But, you know, do what you need to do. As for me, I really need you to hit that subscribe button and come back here next time. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I would love to answer them. And again, I'm here quite often. I love doing this, and I'll see you all next time. For today, the battle is over.